Hey, this is Len Mooney, author of Adventures in Single Parenting and creator of the website singleparenting.us, and welcome to this video. This is another one of my stories about the kids growing up and sharing some of the experiences. Today I want to talk about my son. He had a bicycle. He, like all teenagers, young teenagers, he was doing brodies and wheelies and all kinds of tricks on his bicycle. Well, I was standing out front one evening marveling at some of the antics, some of the acrobatics, when he came tearing down the driveway, popped a wheelie, spun a brody, and promptly went over the handlebars, falling flat on his face, laying in the middle of the street with the bike laying on top of him. Now, I'd had plenty of experiences, so I tend to underreact to these sorts of things. I didn't panic. I realized that he was still moving and he would stand up eventually, which he did, and he gathered up his bicycle and he was sort of dragging him and his bike back to the garage, limping, blood running down his leg, clearly not seriously injured. So I did the fatherly thing. I looked at him and I said, "Gee, don't you think that if you were being a little more careful, these things wouldn't happen?" And he looked at me indignantly and said, "Dad, I was being careful. I was in perfect control. There was absolutely nothing wrong. I just suddenly found myself flying over the handlebars, that's all." And he dragged the bike into the garage, pulled the toolbox down, started wrenching on the bike. A few minutes later, took off down the driveway, popped a wheelie, did a brody, and rode off into the sunset. It's always amazed me that kids don't just lose their parts as they grow up. You know, they have so many things happen to them, you would think that over a period of time, parts would just start falling off. And I guess we're all very lucky that our kids manage to get through some of the things they do without hurting themselves more seriously than they manage to. Well, this is Len. That's all for today. As usual, my wish for you is that your children grow up happy, healthy, and are positive contributors to society. We'll talk again. Once again, this is Len. Bye for now.